Hello and welcome back everyone. Elizabeth Stinson, Cul-de-sac woman. I am so happy to be back one last time before Thanksgiving as the countdown comes to an end. Thanksgiving week is only hours away now. Well, so far we have prepared a few appetizers, talk side dishes, so let's finish with dessert. And for Thanksgiving, it has to be pumpkin pie. I am talking two original and delicious, both one-of-a-kind pumpkin pie ideas. I know time is very precious right now, so let's head inside and get started. Welcome back to my Thanksgiving kitchen. If you have been assigned the pies this year and are looking for something new yet Thanksgiving worthy to serve alongside your traditional favorites, you've come to the right place, because today we are making two pumpkin pie variations: Innkeeper pumpkin pie and pumpkin maple cream layer pie. We'll taste them later. Real quick, before we start, I want to introduce two of my new favorite baking ingredients that I've been playing with and am using in our pies today: coconut palm sugar, low glycemic index, and shelf-stable unsweetened coconut milk, a lower calorie option for one. Both are readily available in grocery stores, either in the organic aisle or right in the regular baking aisle in some cases. Both work beautifully in our pies today, only adding to the quality, the overall quality, delicious inside and out. We will start by preparing each pie's special ingredient blend. For the Innkeeper pumpkin pie, combine 1/3 cup coconut flake, 1/3 cup semi-sweet chocolate baking chunks, or a larger chocolate chip, just not the mini, pecan halves, dried cranberries, and toffee bits, 1/3 cup each. Just give them a gentle toss together with your fingers in a bowl and set aside. Now for the maple cream blend. We have some people heading out Christmas shopping. Have fun, Drew. For the maple cream blend, I have one 14-ounce can sweetened condensed milk, to which I'm adding 1 cup of regular sour cream, 1/3 cup pure maple syrup, and last, 2 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar. I better measure it over this and not my blend, because you don't want to end up with too much of that. I'm just going to stir it together until it's well blended, and then I'm going to cover it and set it aside, my Innkeeper blend. That was it for our special blends. Now everything else from here on out is the same, the crust and the pumpkin, making it so nice and convenient for us. In this 12-inch pie pan, I have 1 cup of quick oats, which I prefer to the old-fashioned oats for this use, 1/8 teaspoon of salt, and 2 tablespoons of canola oil. Last, we will add 2 tablespoons of coconut sugar. And as you can see, it looks like a granulated brown sugar, and it does get a little lumpy, but the lumps are very soft and easily broken up. That's 2 tablespoons of the coconut sugar in the crust. 1 cup of quick oats, 1/8 teaspoon of salt, 2 tablespoons of canola oil, and 2 tablespoons of your coconut palm sugar. Now, all we're going to do is mix that together right in the pie plate. Very convenient. Until the oil is evenly distributed throughout. And eventually, it'll look like this one that I already did. We're going to just pat it and press it out evenly and partially up the sides. And just set them aside. They will not be pre-baked for this. Before moving on to our pumpkin, a quick correction and a tip. We are using 10-inch pie plates, not 12-inch, and that is important. Now for the tip. Once you have pressed your oat crust out as best you can further seal them with another 10-inch pie plate. Just place it on top and give it a press. And then we will set them aside because we do not need to pre-bake these crusts. Now let's mix up our pumpkin. So far I have one 15-ounce carton of pumpkin, or you can use one 15-ounce can, along with a half a cup of our coconut palm sugar and my own pumpkin pie spice blend consisting of 1 teaspoon of cinnamon, a half a teaspoon of ground cloves, a quarter teaspoon of ginger, and 1/8 teaspoon of nutmeg, along with 1/4 teaspoon of salt. To that, I'm going to add 1 1/4 cups of coconut milk, 2 eggs, lightly beaten with 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. Last, to give our pie a beautiful brightness, 1 teaspoon of freshly grated orange zest. Now, if you don't get quite a teaspoon off of 1 full orange, don't worry about it. Just use what you can get off of 1 orange, but no more than 1 teaspoon. Okay, I will get this all mixed up nicely for you. Okay, our pumpkin pie blend is coming together nicely for us. A quick note about the pumpkin pie spice blend. You can purchase a pre-made pumpkin pie spice blend, and that's totally fine. Just make sure you follow the directions on the bottle as to how much to use. Probably a couple of teaspoons. Now, we're going to divide our pumpkin pie blend between our 2 oat crusts. Just divide evenly. Just eyeball it. It doesn't have to be exact. If you don't have a bowl that you can easily pour from, just use a ladle. And now we're going to bake them in a 425-degree Fahrenheit oven for 15 minutes before adding our toppings. Our pie's finished baking for 15 minutes at 425 degrees Fahrenheit. And if I didn't mention it, the top third to center rack are fine for baking these pies. I reduced the oven temperature to 350 degrees Fahrenheit to continue baking an additional 30 minutes until our pies are done. But first, we need to dress them up. I let them sit at room temperature for about 2 minutes before placing the toppings on. We will sprinkle our Innkeeper blend gently and evenly over one of the pies. This will bake up toasty, chocolatey, gooey, and decadent. Next, for our maple cream, I'm just giving it a little stir to loosen it up for pouring. Now, in a very thin stream, I'm going to switch hands because I'm left-handed. In a very thin stream, we're going to start at the edges, pouring around and around and around, working your way towards the center, but letting the center, the very center, just fill in on its own until it's completely covered with this beautiful, creamy topping. It's like satin. Last, a beauty tip. Sprinkle the very top of your maple cream pie with a light dusting of our coconut palm sugar. Just a very light dusting. Along with some finely chopped pecans. Just a few. It will bake into a beautiful, sparkling, golden surface. Our pies are now back in the oven with their toppings baking side by side at 350 degrees Fahrenheit for the 30 minutes until they're done. They'll feel firm maybe a little dry on the tops, and a knife will come out mostly clean, not completely covered with pumpkin. These pies are a little harder to test than the traditional method due to their toppings, but 30 minutes at 350 degrees Fahrenheit should be plenty. Our beautiful pies just came out of the oven. The house is filled with the baking aromas of chocolate, spices, pumpkin, Thanksgiving. I'm going to let them cool completely at room temperature a good 2 hours before refrigerating them. A quick storage tip for you. You can cover them with another 10-inch pie plate. Just invert it, place it on the top of each pie. You can wrap the whole thing in foil or just tape it down to keep the lid on. This will help to protect it from damage in the refrigerator, and especially if you need to transport them. These are nice, fresh pies, so ideally make them a day ahead. 2 if necessary, that's fine, and store them in the refrigerator. 2 beautiful pumpkin pie ideas: Innkeeper pumpkin pie and pumpkin maple cream layer pie. Definitely worthy to be displayed and served alongside those traditional favorites on your Thanksgiving dessert table. I think you may end up with a few new favorites here. Let's taste those slices that I showed you earlier from the pies I made yesterday. Innkeeper pumpkin pie. Flavor and texture in every bite. Toasted, caramel, pecan, pumpkin, chocolatey goodness in every bite. The pumpkin maple cream layer pie. The bright pumpkin topped with a smooth maple creamy layer. A perfect combination. It is just what it says it is, as delicious as it sounds. Whatever your Thanksgiving plans, may they go more as you hope, even better. I'll see you back in the cul-de-sac in December, and we'll spend some more time in my holiday kitchen. Thanksgiving blessings, everyone.